Hello and welcome back. In the last episode, we quickly narrowed down this European location to Germany, Austria, or Switzerland, and then got a benefit of a familiar name of a city on a destination sign to correctly identify this place as Switzerland. Look at this beautiful farmhouse. I took a virtual photo of it. I would love to be able to take a real one. Let's start the next trip. Hey Siri, cancel the timer.
It's canceled.
Hey Siri, start the timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes starting now.
Would it be too much to hope that these are the colors of the Austrian flag and that we're in Austria? Just kidding. Oh, I think cars may be driving on the left, unless I'm not sure if this is the right side and that's the left side, or if this is a undivided highway and cars tend to drive on the left. Uh, that can be a good start. Let's move quickly, find more vehicles, and figure out if people are indeed driving on the left here. I think I got too hopeful, and I think this is just the right side of a divided highway. No, no. This is the so they pull up here. They pull up. No, I think I'm right. I think people drive on the left here. I think the white and red has nothing to do with Austria. Uh, I think this is an undivided highway, and I think people drive on the left. Let's keep moving instead of talking and find more moving vehicles and, more importantly, signs. What about the landscape? Does landscape have a feel? Uh, does it feel Australian? It feels a little bit Australian, and I hate that my memory is so crappy that I can't remember if people drive on the left in Australia. I believe they do. The legacy of the British, being part of the Commonwealth. Can't really say British colonial rule because, well, why can't I say British colonial rule? Australia wasn't, strictly speaking, a colony, was it? I think Australia was they just counted it as their overseas territory. Or maybe it is a colony. It had the people before the English came, the British came. Everybody knows India was a British colony, but I don't know if I ever hear Australia being referred to as a former British colony. Must look into that. Every time recording these episodes, I make so many wild guesses and make half-educated statements. I always want to go back, fact check them, and maybe write them down. And maybe I will. Uh, but I never do because it's a lot more fun to start the next episode than to investigate that. Wait, right? On the left, right? Right. So that car is driving at us. They're driving on the left. We're driving on the left. Confirmed. We are in a left driving country. Uh, that's the driver, right? That's the driver. That's the steering wheel. Okay. Let's see what's on the back of this van. Are we in Australia? Can we be so lucky that we made the correct guess so early? There are countries in Asia that are, not counting Japan, which drives on the left, there are countries in Asia that are former colonies where people drive on the left, most notably India. I hope I'm not wrong about that. I'm saying it with such conviction. But this looks super Australian. I would love to find languages in English. Of course, we could find sorry, did I say languages in English? Signs in English. The thing about Australia is that it's so huge that there are probably huge stretches of road that look like this, where there's no need to even put a sign. There'll be a sign like, yeah, next sign in 250 kilometers, something like this. But, and of course, it would be nice if you're driving to or away from a city of your destination, Sydney or Perth. But man, this thing overtook us in a hurry. Didn't even give us a chance to take a peek at. I'm backtracking to see if at any point any part of writing became clear. What's with Google blurring out writing? This is stupid and annoying and a real bane of of my existence in this game. Uh, Under what circumstance is blurring of the signs helpful or right or respectful? I half understand about this. May not say village as the second word of two. This may not be a good idea and needed for that's an African dude who could be in Africa, or he could be an immigrant to Australia. But all of a sudden, I'm not at all sure about Australia. I wasn't sure before, but I'm less inclined. So, for sure, Africa, savanna, or semi-desert, would look, or desert would look like this as well. And people do drive on the left in Africa. I just have to figure out where. This could be Botswana, could be South Africa. Uh, yeah, that just made it tough. Not that African people don't live everywhere in the world, uh, and they might well live in Australia. There's probably fewer African immigrants in Australia than in other parts of the world. That's just my guess, having not been there myself. I would have to guess an African country before I guess Australia with the with the information I've gathered so far. I think that man is also African. So would have to guess South Africa. We had been to South Africa only once in the past, and I mean the country rather than the region. Pickup trucks. And they drive fast. Once they overtake you, boom, they're gone. No geographic names at all. Usually you take one look at a geographic name in Africa and you know you're in Africa. And from there, it would just be between two or three countries. But without geographic names, Australia looked good early on. It doesn't now. I just need any name of anything not being blurred out. I'm hating Google right now. Yeah, no help. No help. And as the timer winds down, it brings closer to the time when I say South Africa and check the map, and I'm either right or wrong. Okay, here we go. Prisons. All right, we're in an English-speaking country. Left side driving. Well, it pretty much had to be. Left side driving country. English-speaking left side driving country. What does it say? Bhalare, Lare, something Lare. I swear, if it's prisons, it has the name of the municipality or locality where the prisons are for or from. Let's backtrack and try to get another look at this. This could be our best last chance. Backtrack, 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 backtrack. Give me something. Google, stop blurring things out. Mahalapye, Mahalapye. So definitely African, right? Forget Australia. Where can we have Mahalapye? South Africa, Botswana, either one. Between those two. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Mahalapye, Mahalapye, BFS. Maybe it's Botswanian Food Services. Okay, fine. I'll say Botswana. I'll just be brave and I'll say Botswana. I'm not going to say anything until I run out of time, but I'm changing my best guess to Botswana just based on that B uh, in a three-letter abbreviation. Botswanian Federal Securities. Mahalapia. Why can't it be being Gaborone instead of Mahalapia? Why can't it be a big city that I can recognize? Sorry to be quiet. I'm just waiting for the. Here it is. Hey Siri, stop the timer. All right. Botswana. Please be Botswana. Yes. Oh boy, that may be the best one yet. That may just be the best one yet. No URLs, no country names, no recognizable cities. A much better chance of it being South Africa. Look at all the street coverage. And I went with Botswana on one letter, on the strength of one letter. BSF. No idea if that BSF was for Botswana, but just call it a lucky guess, inspired guess. And write a comment. Tell me if you're impressed and tell me if you knew it was Botswana sooner. Tell me if you like this game. Tell me if you play this game. Tell me if you want to play this game together. The great thing about Wonder VR is that 6 people can get together in a virtual room. One person will drive, 5 will watch and speak and share their opinions. Let's make this social. Let's play as a group. Let's argue. Let's take turns. Leave a comment, like, follow, drop me a line. Thank you for watching. Bye.